Hello, hello, and welcome everybody. JB here with JB's RCs. Thanks for stopping by. If it's your first time, we got a crazy good running video for you today to watch. If you're a return watcher, thank you so much for all your support. Really appreciate it. Out at Aripeka Sandhills Preserve, one of the best crawling spots around for us. Good trails and plenty of rock to climb. As you can see here, this truck is about 25 feet above where my head is. That's why it's so small. But yeah, great video for you today, guys. Got the Traxxas TRX-4. This is the tactical unit edition. Don't see too many of these around. I found this on Facebook Marketplace. Pretty much brand new. Maybe ran a couple times inside the house. There was barely even any dust on it. So great find for me. Got a great deal on it. And got a few upgrades on there as well, of course. If you guys aren't familiar with this, of course the TRX-4 has got the 2-speed and the high and low locking, or high and low transmission, a 2-speed with the locking and unlocking front and rear differentials. The regular Traxxas TRX-4 underneath just has that tactical unit body on there, which I think just looks so mean. So of course with this, it was quite top heavy. It's a pretty heavy body. I had a bunch of accessories and a spare wheel on the back of it, so of course the first thing was to take care of the top heaviness of it. So we added some metal sliders all around. It's got side slider, front slider, rear slider, axle sliders, all metal on there. That added some nice weight down low. We took all that stuff off the back end, so spare tire, gas can, shovel, all the whole mount that was on the back there, took all that off. Tucked in the rear bumper a little bit. Added that metal antenna, which I have to say is my best metal antenna that I've ever bought. I bought a few of them for my trucks. I kind of like those little antennas wagging around back there. It's like a little tail of a dog saying, play with me, play with me. So, but most of them break when you do a rollover or bend. This is by far the best, strongest one I found. These are from KYX. If you guys are interested, they do make two different lengths of these, a little bit shorter one, and I think this is the longer one that's on here. Very sturdy and very easy to mount. I just had to drill one little tiny hole in that rear bumper and then put it on there. And as you can see, it is bent just a little bit, but that's after quite a few rolls and crashes. And like I said, I did add some weight to this, and so it's a pretty hefty rig. I did add some extra weight in the front as well. Just up by the servo, I put some lead weights up there, give it a little more weight in the front. And then I also took off the regular front bumper and put on that little metal brush guard. So you can see it sticking up there in the front. So it's a little bit narrow. It's got a couple little lights on it. Thought it looked really cool on there. It was silver. I painted it black. So the rest of the truck, making it look mean. And of course, as always, we got the 1.9 metal beadlock wheels on there, and then these are actually the Losi Rock Claws, the tires that I got on here, and they are fantastic. Lots of grip out there today. I don't know if we were just the first people out there and I hadn't gotten too sandy yet or too dusty, but these tires gripped really, really well. So highly recommend these tires. It's one of the only sets of tires that I've ever tried from Losi. The rubber itself really isn't that sticky, but with the tread pattern and the way it's set up, they dig right in. So very impressed with the tires. Of course, I'm running my 3S lipo, and we stepped it up to the Hobbywing 1080, and of course the Holmes Hobbies crawlmaster motor in there. But we're still running stock servo, which I got to give it to Traxxas. They got some good servos, and the XL5 is actually a pretty good ESC stock. And that tightener motor they usually use is also a great motor.
Wheel speed.
A little fast in my opinion, but of course with the 2-speed it really doesn't matter. And this thing will rip some donuts in second gear. So a lot of fun to play with this truck. It's almost like a half basher and a crawler in one. And in first gear it stays quite slow, especially with that crawlmaster motor in there now. Kind of tones things down just a bit. Still has plenty of torque and power. And like I said, that stock servo, very impressed always with those. So yeah, thanks again for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope everybody had a great Christmas and a happy New Year coming up here. Got a couple new videos coming out pretty shortly with a couple new trucks. One that I got right before Christmas was a kit put together. That'll be the Axial Rift, so stay tuned for that. Came out really nice, looks so mean. And then I got an RTR, the Vanquish Fordyce, for Christmas, so I'm going to have some videos of that coming up soon. Just a couple little mods on that one from the RTR. I'm going to take it out on its first run and see how it goes, and then we'll continue to mod from there, of course, as all my RTRs go. There's not too many that I've gotten that I haven't done anything to. And if I didn't do anything to them, it's probably because I didn't like them as much, and I'm probably going to get rid of them. Speaking of which, I will be selling a few more of my crawlers as well. My collection is getting a little bit large again. We're up to like 35, and I just don't have space for them. So, guys, stay tuned to my Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that. I'll be posting those up. Some nice trucks for real cheap, especially if you're somebody local. I'll give you a great deal on something that works perfectly and is usually set up pretty fantastic, in my opinion. Most of my trucks are quite capable for what they are, depending on the amount of upgrades that I've done, and again, how much I like the truck and the chassis. Usually, if I like something a lot, then I start putting some time and some money into it. If it's something that's not too exciting, I just do a few little mods here and there to make it what I like. As you guys know, I don't think I have a stock RTR still at all. Wheels and tires are a definite upgrade. If you guys are just getting into this, always one of my first upgrades is wheels and tires. Almost every RTR that I've ever gotten is going to have plastic bead locks on it, which are great and flexible, but I like metal just for the weight. You always want that weight down low in your crawlers. And then, of course, electronic upgrades are a must almost on any ESC that I've ever tried, besides maybe the Axe edition of the Red Cat. Was probably one of the best ESC motor setups that I've ever gotten, and again, you're paying for that much more than you would for a regular Gen 8 or Gen 7. So anyways, enough of my rambling. Guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Happy New Year, everybody, and we'll see you next year. Get out there and have some fun.